It was my second or third time to Africa, but I'd never been to Tanzania. So it was a great experience, just flying in and meeting some of the people that were there on the ground when we first got there and getting to the lodge. Kilimanjaro is an interesting mountain. It's the tallest freestanding mountain in the world, and you just climb through all these different natural zones. Climbing blind is it's an interesting thing. Currently, all I use is really a bear bell. Someone holds onto a bear bell. They hold onto it near their trekking pole, and as they move forward and use their trekking poles, I get the ring, and I just follow that. I kind of triangulate where that sound, and I use 2 trekking poles. I'll kick them out in front of me. As it gets steeper, I may ditch a pole or both of them and just climb with my hands. And then another way, a fast way to travel, which I do a lot just because it's easier to move quicker, is just hold on to an individual, like their arm or their pack. It's not like they're carrying me. I'm feeling all the movements. If a person that's guiding me shifts their weight to the left and they step their hip, everything moves in a certain way. They go down a step, or up a rock step. I feel that, and I immediately, I make the necessary movements myself to negotiate the obstacle or uneven terrain. Well, I joke the difference between climbing, Kilimanjaro and climbing a massive mountain in the Himalayas near Everest or a volcano in Mexico or any place in the world. It all looks the same. It looks like my room in Chicago, my house in Chicago, because I can't see anything. But the big difference is between all those mountains is the teams, the camaraderie, the people you meet, and the culture of the country that you visit. It's just very interesting to meet even just the porters. You go to these different Sherpa in the Himalaya, in Nepal, and the African porters on Kilimanjaro. All these climbs, they just vary, and that's what makes the climb so memorable, I think. What keeps driving me, to do these physical, demanding things after being, living through a traumatic injury and experience. One of the big reasons in my mind is, so I was an infantryman in the U.S. Army, and I really wanted to do something in the Army, moving up in the chain and doing something special. And so I got cut short when I was injured. And when I came home, knowing that I'd lost a good friend and a number of other people over my period of service there in a foreign country, I didn't want to give up on all the things that I love doing, and especially being outdoors. So I think it transfers over to climbing. And when you go climb a big mountain in the world, you're traveling to a different part of the world. You're preparing the gear, and you're physically you're training, and then you have a team you work with. And that's probably one of the big driving and motivating factors, I think, for me. And just this sense of doing something so hard and being disabled and accomplishing such a feat is just so rewarding. If I can say that I stood on the roof of Africa and a lot of able-bodied people can't, I feel really good about myself. I feel that I'm not blind.